Off Tatsuro Yamashita's 1982 album For You, that was Sparkle. As the weather on the East Coast tries to get a little bit cooler, we realize that August is almost at an end. We got 4 months left in the year. Till summer sun stops shining, keep a sparkle in your heart. But for now, let's rock.
Get on to rock, get up to burn, stand with the fire, never feel your desire. One day I noticed that my life.
I've been on mute this whole time, don't mind me. We're just waiting for match to start. They can run at any time. Anytime. Hey, while we're waiting, you should know I have got the absolute worst new additions to the ASCII art commands. You're welcome to look them up if you want to see something truly horrendous. Just one moment, please. Okay, looks like we just having a little bit of the connection troubles up front, so like the match is good to go though as we move in proper. Pair of Kings, for people who know the lore. Let's see who takes the crown in this match. Big reversal. Looks like we're just trading lights for the most part. Not a whole lot of big commitment. I kind of like that. Good stall from Hohenheim to not get tagged by an anti-air from Cat. Does get the wall break. Okay, we're seeing the Leonix versus Brave Burst from Cat. Hohenheim keeps it clean. Spends a little meter to come out on top. It's interesting to see Cat kind of keeping Pi at an arm's length. It's normally you wouldn't see that in this matchup. It's the other way around. It's interesting to see a more patient Leo. Meter on deck. Can Cat turn this around? Ooh! Throw incident. There we go. That's the belligerence we expect from Leo. Good bait on the reversal, but Hohenheim has the meter to keep things safe. Okay. Ooh, good catch. Okay, Cat's adjusting. Cat's adjusting. This is a good range for... Oh no! Cat almost had a comeback on their hands. Just an unfortunately timed reversal. Hohenheim, match 1. In general, as somebody who played Hohenheim for, I want to say 15 games straight the other day, Hohenheim plays a little more aggressively than most Kai players. I had the misfortune of running into Danny yesterday in TNS, and I got absolutely dismantled by very, very clean neutral and pressure. Hohenheim sending it just a little more, but they've definitely cleaned up their act since last time we played. Savvy Strive players will know that Sacred Edge there with Shock State in the mix is the damage ender compared to Ride the Lightning used to be the high damage ender. Meanwhile, while I'm yapping out of this book I'm reading, Book of Facts, Hohenheim's cleaned it up. Cat plays neutral. I feel like their willingness to reversal is kind of causing them pains this time. Not taking any overheads though. Ooh. Good adjustment from Hohenheim. They've been keen to reversal out of Brynhild's stance whenever Cat's got that going. So good patience to call out the attempts to bait it. Hohenheim. 2 victories under the belt. 1 more before moving on to round 2 of the tournament, not the set. You understand what I'm saying. Interesting round start from Cat, but Hohenheim plays it cool, gets an anti-air, takes the corner, and now base reversal again. Cat, I think, just needs to chill when reversals are on the table. Now this is the kind of Kai play you're used to seeing at the highest of level. It's very clean, not overcommitting. I'm so sorry, Cat. Okay, there's a little bit of a mess there, but Cat manages to secure the wall break. It doesn't respect the stun dipper. When 50 meters on the table, you have to respect stun dipper. We're seeing just some awkward plays here as Cat struggles to get out of the corner. I saw Hohenheim flip the low. Ooh. Okay. Cat. Hohenheim clean sweep for their round 1 match. Alright. Let's take a look at the bracket. I feel like Cat just had a couple of little issues. Little more patient on defense, could have been a little more aggressive on neutral. But things being what they are, we'll see them. Hopefully, we'll see them later. Loser side. Maybe they'll make a comeback in a top 8. Fingers crossed for Cat. Good showing all told. Waiting to lay eyes on the bracket here. Next up for round 2, we've got UnbreakableDoof, who is our top seed for Weebcup this evening. Doof is on quite a tear whenever he enters. I'm sure he's going to be on quite a tear this evening. Axel in general seems to be a character that is a little difficult for people to handle if they know what they're up against. And Doof plays very clean. Doof plays very aggressive when the situation calls for it. Very good awareness of what all is happening at any given moment. Give me one moment, please. Laying eyes on the bracket to get a handle on where exactly we are right now. Totally right, Doof. Your playstyle is full of scum. Your foot stance is whack, and your jumps only happen because you slip on a banana peel every time. While we wait for... No, Doof absolutely has bomber loops. Meantime, we're just waiting for the next opponent in this match to show up. We got a couple people still playing in round 1. We'll see what happens in just a moment. In the meantime, while we're waiting, we're starting to see a winner's half of top 8 forming together. Reliable Fat Cat Teddy has managed to overcome C Drive, who has, as I've said many times, been playing on a real tear, gotten top 3 2 weeks ago, got top 2 last week, if I recall correctly. And friend of the stream, Margarita. I guess you're all friends of the stream at this point, aren't you? Margarita, who goes to my monthlies, he managed to overcome Pixie, the Slayer player. Hey, alright. One moment, please. Alright, just got word that Nicky Steve, the Anji player in my stead now that I'm running things, has managed to overcome Bean Bagels, the Resident Bridget player, who, let's see, how many weeks ago did they get a top 1 finish? Bean Bagels has been playing for quite a while, but it's taken them a good bit of time to finish in first. They got their W hard earned, though. They're on their way now, so the match will be Doof versus Stinky Steve. And I don't necessarily want to take sides or cause any biases to happen, thought-wise or otherwise, for any reason, but having played against Doof a whole lot with Anji, I get the feeling they are going into this match quite well prepared.
Duel 1. Let's rock!
Nicky Steve takes a start. They're playing pretty clean, all things told. Nice dash blocking. Ooh, that was gutsy. But Doof is playing Axel, and anti-air is the name of Axel's game. Doof has the corner. Yeah, no bomber loops, Hohenheim? Mm-hmm. Steve. Interesting RC, but I like the patience on display. Steve is playing. I'm noticing some significant adjustments since the last time I watched them play. Maybe a little too. I was about to say a little too ambitious with Kara Nagiha, but a little ambitious with that back throw on Wake Up. Ooh. Look at this range that Steve is playing at. He's very aware of where Doof wants to play the game from. You're -8 after that, Steve. You can't swing there. Steve has one more chance, but unfortunately gets chipped out. No such thing as BGs, though. Nicky Steve gets right back up. He's ready to play the game. We move into round 2 of this match. Doof 1, Steve 0. What kind of adjustments will we see from Steve? For those who don't know this matchup particularly well, Anji with spin gets many opportunities for punishes at ranges most characters would not be able to. He has a lot of opportunity for safe jumps. If you spin a long range poke like a 2P or a 2H with Anji and you hit it with the fish, you can hit 2P IAD in, and that's a safe jump. Ooh! Okay, big recovery on Snail, so Steve manages to get a big chunk of damage out of that reversal. Steve has meter. They're both stocked full of meter. Doof. You gotta keep... You madman! The Stinky Steve special, Kara into counter super. Gutsy move. Ooh, good throw. Manages to go over Axel's lightning fast. 2K. Doof wisely bursts. Doof is the one playing much more patient though. Manages to catch that instant air dash. Okay, just check the run in. Ooh. Sometimes it's hard to get a word in edgewise, you know, but good awareness from Steve, getting big chunky punish instead of going for just fish. Doof fights out with a quick poke, manages to bait the burst. Ooh, fish managed to catch him. Steve is keeping the block strings tight. Doof is showing there's a couple ways, different ways to scale a fish with Axel's long-range chains. Yap and Steve manages to put a notch under their belt. Doof looked pretty in control the first match, but momentum definitely shifted as a result of that counter super. Nobody expects the Kara cancel counter super. Run up throw. Interesting. Unji is pretty minus after Nagiha, though I guess the distance can make it difficult to punish. But Axel has distance in spades, so I think it's very interesting that Doof went for run up throw early. I wonder if that's going to influence how Steve kind of plays the RPS post-Fujin. While I've been talking, Doof has been zoning for his life. Ooh, good coat. And that's going to close out this round. I think another wrinkle in this story is the discrepancy between health and damage between these characters. Anji gets terrific meterless damage, and Axel's health is quite low. Able to air dash over the tornado. You gotta put a little height on you before you try air dashing over it. Mickey Steve wisely chooses to hold on to burst. We haven't seen any Wild Assault confirms yet. That was a decent opportunity, but nothing off the 5K. Doof has all kinds of tools to hold the corner, but after putting himself in the air, runs afoul of the humongous hitbox that is Ko. I wonder if that's... Yeah, he's getting frame trapped. There's a gap between far slash or 2S and Fujin. I wonder what Doof is trying to press. Ooh. Okay, Steve has meter. Just goes for the double overhead. When I say double, I mean double in a sequence, not two overheads in a row. Just for clarity. Steve, Sneaky Steve, surprisingly, has taken the lead. I If I was a betting man, I'd put money on Doof. If I wasn't running a tournament and trying to not be biased, I would be betting on Doof. But time will tell. Essentially, last match situation. Ooh. Okay, this is what Doof wants to do. Just apply pressure and catch Steve trying to run in. Didn't even get the pop from the red RC, but still managed to continue the combo. That's what one of the advantages actually brings to the table with those big, long-range moves. Steve opting to keep block strings tight. We're getting a lot of hops. And Kara cancel Nagiha to close distance and get the wall break. Big catch on the snail. Big catch on the rainwater. Little adjustment from Steve, taking care to deal with the tornado. Again! Aura cancel, counter super. Ooh! But Doof channeling the inner Potemkin player. Just doing rainwater, the back Mega Fist equivalent over and over. Nagi, his deceptive range may prove to get Steve some advantages yet, but whiffs the throw. Doof has burst. Steve is playing around Hidare quite well. Lots of chances where they've chosen not to spend it. Okay, Deuce Risk is cranked. Doesn't fold under pressure. Brings it back. Risk was maxed out. You could see it at the last seconds there. The warning sign was blinking. 2-2. Eddie loves it. He's clapping. Listen, it's the commentator's job to curse, Eddie. If you're not on the comms, no curses, alright? It can't happen. Steve dancing aggressively. Again, goes for the throw. Doof is getting a little bit of fighting out of their system. Ooh. Doesn't manage to convert off that big counter hit close slash. That could have been just death. I don't think this will kill. Not quite. Doof has got to play very careful. They got to hold on to that burst and catch. Yep. That's the last kind of wrinkle in this matchup that Spence burst. Yeah, the last wrinkle in this matchup, I want to say, is that Axel's big, long limbs are very good for sniping the startup and recovery of spin to fish for counter hits. But Steve is up. This could be the last round. The overhead. One of the first we've seen from Steve. Oh, this is for the big hit with JD. Doof getting plus frames. He fights out with Fujin. Doesn't get the anti-air close slash. Look how Doof is trying to use those big normals to try and catch the recovery of a spin, or rather, mashed out into the start of something else. Ooh. Okay, Steve has spent burst. This is huge. Okay. Deep breaths. Steve is down burst. Doof has Wild Assault on deck. But he's not falling for the snail frame trap. Oh, this could be big! Doesn't manage to finish. Doof has the corner. Doof has meter. Doesn't get a big conversion off that. Ooh. Ziggy Seas tries to bait the 2 burst baits. Doof is playing one vision. I think this is it. Yeah, Doof has it. No, he's not dead! Steve has meter. Just a little 5p to close it out. Oh, what a match. Hard-earned, well-fought victory for Doof. Managing to get to top 8 with just a little 5p. Excellent job. If I had an Axel ASCII on deck, I would definitely be putting it down right now. But with that, we are starting to move into top 8. And let's see, winner side. Gonna be Kitty and Doof, but Doof just played. We'll give him a moment to cool down. Let's get Rain and Margarita. Oh, I see how it is. The Johns, Doof? You've been playing too much 2XKO?
What?
Hello?
Hello?
There.
Alright, cool.
Hey, what's up?
Good. I wanted to calm a little bit before I lose the
come
ability
through.
to do this for a while.
Good to have you on the mic. I appreciate another voice and set of eyes to see what's going on.
So,
We got 2 gamers right here.
John. 2 very experienced gamers. 2. I suppose they're actually diametrically opposed in terms of play styles, so it'll be interesting.
They're both Weebcup champions, though. They both deserve to be here.
Oh yeah.
That's what we want to see. Johnny establishing mid-range. Ooh.
So far, just kind of playing nice full-screen footsies, but Margarita got corner pressure. Oh, good
There's the
block from
Capel.
Capel.
Rain doesn't have the burst to escape from this, so we're gonna see a big chunk advantage. Ooh! I couldn't even see
Oh, I
Johnny.
didn't confirm. Oh, nice burst bait. That's gonna be some good damage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, drop. Oh, what a frickin' cross-up. That was evil.
I feel like Hobo Ninja said it best last week about a Slayer versus Eno matchup, and it applies here. Can a left-right girl and a high-low boy make it work? We haven't seen
Just
any
with
of
a
the
bit less damage.
we haven't seen any of the TK misfinders just yet, but I'm sure Rain is going to bring them out sooner than later.
Yeah, she doesn't even need to, it seems like, just because of just getting poked to death. And already it's round 3 with the smooth jazz in the background.
I guess that's the thing about this match. Johnny even if he only lands like the mid-range pokes, they rack up because of Milia's low health, so it's not really a situation Milia can sustain being in.
Already though, pointing out that Rain has thrown a cross-up fast fall, and that is huge for game 1. Just already like knowing when Margarita wants to do it.
Rain has meter to work with. Just little jousting.
Oh, huge close slash. Doesn't give him the burst. Oh, one touch away. Oh, gets her game. Good blocks, but the second overhead doesn't kill.
Both with a sliver of life.
Nice 6B from Rain takes game 1.
Nicely done. Good awareness, lots of good movement, lots of good neutral.
That's the thing with... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
That's what you expect from top 8.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, from what I've noticed from at least playing Margarita and the few matches I've watched as well, is the Margarita matches go down to the wire. These things are always, like, exciting, and I love it.
Yeah, Margarita is... I've mentioned it before, Margarita goes to my locals, so my monthlies rather, so I know quite a bit about him and his playstyle. He's a real lab rat. He likes to find stuff. He was a Zato player. He swapped to Milia. He loves experimenting and mixing the chemicals, examining the beakers, making sure they're clean. What's clean here? Is that OP?
Got the burst. Ooh, counter it? Oh, you can get a lot off of it, but you're back in mid-screen, so...
Got a lot of movement.
Nice 6P. Oh. That was same side. That was dirty.
Yeah, you gotta block. When you see Capel in the corner, it's the same side. That's one of the few things I know about fighting this character.
I swear, every time I look, there's just more and more things that the Milia's done that I've never seen before. It's amazing. Oh, I attempted the air throw, but there wasn't a Capel, so you just get hit into the corner now.
If you want a Capel, I got one for you. There we go.
I did a lot of damage. Oh, huge damage.
Rain playing very patient.
Oh, another Capel hit. So far this game, Margarita's just been feasting off these Capel hits, and the 6B confirm will kill? Yeah.
There we go. 1-1.
Yeah, I think Margarita saw that Rain threw a cross-up, what is it called, turbo fall?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then all of a sudden, Margarita switched to Capel, and now it's just feasting off of it right now. So we'll see the adaptation.
There are situations where you have to throw Capel almost immediately after it comes out, but it's usually under specific spacing.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, mid-screen as well. You can do it once in a while. I don't know, it seems... Capel is a magical move to where you feel you have counterplay, but sometimes you just don't.
When I had a chance to play against Rat at Frosty's this year, one thing they suggested was to try and use a low-profile move against it, to try and go under it. I'm blessed as an Anji player because I have 2S that can hit either side even if I get crossed up or not. Good block on the overhead.
Oh, got clipped, but nothing from it, so back to a bit of full screen. Got the sweep, so you get some pressure.
Yeah, Miss Finer's minus 15, but good luck punishing it at that distance.
Oh, yeah. Full meter. So you're gonna have to... Ooh! The card saved her a little bit. Oh, just went under it. Oh, baiting YRC. Rain not giving it to him. Uh-oh. You just got clipped. This might kill.
Not quite. Johnny's guts are too high.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What the? She was in recovery of what?
Amelia jump scare.
Round for Rain. Very scary though. Oh, huge run up close slash, forcing a burst.
I've always been a little at a loss as regard to Lust Shaker's purpose, but I think it has a good put. Seeing there, it's giving me a better idea. Good push out to keep Amelia safe.
Yeah, block string ender mainly, just keep it safe. Like
Rain is blocking like a crazy person.
Oh yeah, they're doing a really good job of defense. Oh, got the JH. Got a chance now.
The missed finer stall, Rain's specialty.
Oh, no punish. But you still got your pressure.
That was such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, run up throw takes it, even after 2 rounds.
Rain starts out with more burst though. Look at that, Johnny can't punish after the blocked Lust Shaker. And Johnny has like an amazing far slash, 9 frames, long range.
Oh, whiffed the misfinder, but just gets the anti-close slash. It's huge. Good deflect shield, but it just gets clipped by the misfinder.
Don't think. Okay, maybe.
Trade? Interesting.
I know a lot of Millia players have words to say and bars to spit about Winger as a reversal.
Yeah, invincible moves should probably not trade, but it is what it is. You got a chance in this game still, so. Baiting the burst and the YRC. Rain not giving it to him. Oh, got out of it.
Okay, Rain has meter. Margarita has
Counter hit. Unfortunate.
no health left.
Yeah, and even if you had health, that was counter hit misfinder, and Rain had 50 meters, so the card super was coming.
I was about to say that Margarita had Blue Wild Assault to work with, but it's not gonna do much if Millia can't get in range. And if there's one thing Johnny's good at, it's keeping people out.
Yeah. But 2-1. We'll see if it goes to game 5. I hope so, because it's been an entertaining set so far.
I could see it going to game 5.
I hope so. It's been like 3 nail biter games already.
Match number 4.
Oh, still didn't get the punish, but... And you're into the corner now.
Card on the table.
Horizontal misfinder converted the card. What the?
Must have predicted a jump.
Bit of a drop there, unfortunately. That should be... Oh, never mind. Aw.
You do a little spaghetti
It
here
is-
in Weebcup.
Yeah, spaghetti at the end, but Rain on match point. Got the far slap. Yeah, it's getting these little hits, but can't confirm any of it, unfortunately.
There's one thing Millia needs. It's more than just little hits.
Yeah.
Card on the table. Pressure.
Forcing a burst, and you're already potentially 1 touch from death. But you got the knockdown.
Oh. Doesn't quite get the pickup.
Oh, baited the throw. What the? With other side, back to same side, got the hit through the wall.
Everything happens so much with this character.
Yeah. What? Was that a... He crossed up the flex shield?
Yeah, that must have been a deflect that came out as Wild Assault.
Yeah, it's... Forced Rain to waste burst, so that was a very productive round. Oh, backdash to throw, nice. And now you're gonna get some nice corner pressure. Not even. Through the wall. Nice 6P. Uh-oh. She has metered.
Beware of the Queen of Spades, like the song says.
Yeah, just got Fire Slash, and that's it. 3-1 Rain.
3-1 Rain. Moving
Close
on.
set, even for it being 3-1.
And with that,
Like, all of those were
you
nail
are
biters.
up next on the stream against Mr. Doof.
Quick, I must pick Slayer theme.
I see, that's how it is.
Of course it is. I have to see if he knows the matchup.
The Slayer theme matchup.
Anyways, I will get out of your hair.
Hey, no worries. Appreciate you coming by. If it gets down to it, you're welcome to swing on by afterwards. All right.
Okay, now I get to commentate.
What's good? It's good to have you on the mic.
Yeah. How's it been? How's it going?
Just dandy. Dulcet tones of Margarita on the mic for everybody.
Yeah, it's me. I definitely have a lot of experience commentating, so you're in really good hands.
As a matter of fact, you are in charge of, what is it called now? Tyrant's Grave?
Tyrant's Grave, yeah, Virginia's Regional. I guess I can plug that if I wanted to. We just got an announcement saying that we have a discounted code. It's like 40% off.
Hell yeah, a little time for a plug. Gives us just enough time to watch Teddy land a nice big universe counter.
Yeah, I wonder what this matchup's like. It seems like I watched a bit of this Boston movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Slayer might have, like, you know, some issues trying to navigate the sea of sickles.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if a kind of a stray Mappa might be a bugbear for Axel to worry about. You know, if you get your sickles punched by a crazy vampire just flying at you, it's gonna leave a mark, even if you're in the lead for the bulk of the match.
Yeah, definitely. You'll be winning for like 90% of the match, and then universe, and then it's over. That said, I think Axel stocks are on the rise with the Lawless changes.
And his own little suite of buffs, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I think not losing the game off any hit is a pretty big improvement for his owner.
That's a pretty big thing for most characters, isn't it?
Yeah, especially for neutral heavy characters, though.
Well, we were yapping. Doof closed it out with a perfect. We'll have
Nice,
to
wow.
see. It's brought to
I like
the
that.
table.
No such thing as PGs.
Yeah, Doof's got a... Doof is very good to play against. I've run into him in the tower. I played him in the Weebcup. And he's always willing to lend an ear, word of advice. Every Axel player will say the matchup is bad, then spend 5 years keeping the person out for the matchup, and then go, damn, my Nucci's clean. Too true.
It's like Chun-Li plays in Street Fighter. My neutral is so clean, says the character that like wins neutral automatically.
That the character had the privileged anti-air jab in Street Fighter V. Jesus, that hit from down low.
Yeah. Well, these characters play honest neutral with me.
Honest neutral is all you're going to see in this matchup.
Yeah. Ooh, activates own vision immediately.
The most honest
See, corner
neutral.
carry? Ooh. That might have been a drop, I think.
Can't punch
Yeah,
your
I
way
think-
through that.
Yeah, Tornado might actually be a little... Ooh, let's see. Let's go.
Oh, he
Yeah.
can punch his way through that!
Never doubt Slayer. He'll find a way. They will find a way to put the square peg into the round hole. Don't doubt them.
Nice adaptation for the rainwater there. You just gotta air dash over it. Good punish, good punish.
Yeah, I think with meters, matchup probably the counters changes a lot because map a hunch into like RC seems like a very easy getting tool.
I noticed in the last match Duke was playing a mistimed, Winter Mantis. It hits a little too meaty, so hits during the throw-in vuln frames. I wonder if that might be a scary way for a match to end in the future. Keep an eye
You're
on that.
going nuts with water. That's sick. I can see that.
It's a diet back Megafist.
Diet. It's maybe even better back Megafist in some cases. In some use cases.
Alright, Doof has an early lead with a counter hit, but Teddy is fishing, and his rod is long. It's his arm. It's a big fist at the end for bait.
I don't think back throw engines are as scary if you're playing as Axel, but wow, Doof's hitting the corner for a bit. It's out the pop bunker.
Okay, Teddy is starting to belligerently hit 2H. This is the sign things might turn around.
It's a sign of comfort, you know? Ooh, I think that's it. Last Horizon. Ooh, MC, yeah, it kills. Spade's
Don't
spade,
even
right?
need it. Wait a second. We need some exclamation point 2H in chat if someone could put that up for me. I'm doing things here, so I can't do it myself.
I gotcha. We are 2H gaming in this household.
Hey, all
I
right.
hate that. All right, 1-1.
1-1. I think if it comes down to a slugfest at mid-range, I think that's where Teddy stocks will be on the rise. But if Doof has the advantage or has a longer range from him, just to establish a longer range presence, then
I wonder how good 5P is in this matchup. Normally it's like a god button, except with the caveat that every character runs under it dashing. But Slayer has no dash.
Oh yeah, Slayer. Yeah, there's a couple curiosities with Slayer's dash. He doesn't go airborne when backdashing, unlike most characters. That means most backdash callouts will be comparatively smaller. I don't think.
Ooh,
Yeah, Rainwater is very disjointed.
I like how Doof just runs in, right? You'd think, you know, a lesser Axel player might, like, you know, accept the full screen, but Doof is in there, right up throw.
Doof is a multi-Weebcup champion, and not for nothing. They have great knowledge, great awareness, boldness to spare. I'm very glad I didn't say guts a second ago.
Well, I mean, if you play Axel in this game, right, after everything, that character is, like, never really a success, you have to have, like, you know, some level of nerve.
Okay. Where C to close things out?
Oh, so much risk.
Get out, rather. Oh yeah, that's a huge chunk of risk. A Mappa would go crazy here, but Doof won't let it happen.
Alright, we are Renson gaming in this house. He runs all the way in, but
Doof can block, Doof can block.
I like that he didn't bait the burst, or like they didn't make the burst. Throw again, let's go.
Yeah, Teddy is
yeah.
down around. No need to bait burst.
Now, I will say, out of the total Guilty Gear population, the total player base, I am not sure how many players actually know how to deal with Whistling Winds.
It's definitely tricky. I know after the changes to its move speed, spin is a little better against it, but that's purely from my angle. It's a little too tall to air dash over. It brings back shades of trying to use Bedman's air movement to go over Gunflame. It's just a big wall you can't really deal with traditional movement-wise.
Yeah, as Millie, the strat is to just run up and far slash it. But that's because Millie has a good far slash and a good dash, so...
Right.
Player has one of those boxes checked. Let's guess which one.
You've up 2 to 1. What adjustments will we see from Teddy?
Ooh, nice. Looks like the 5K immediately. Renson gets... yeah, dude, really good using Whistling Winds to make it bullet hell, but whips on the... under that Axel Bomber.
Big counter hit.
Big opportunity. Yeah, Teddy bullying their way in.
That's the biggest punish. Does get the corner.
Ooh, no! They jumped out correctly, but they didn't seem to... They just whipped on the JS. Looks
That's
like
big
we're gonna
death.
see the cinematic.
We're gonna see the cinematic.
Yeah, and Axel's gonna go around the world and walk lifelessly.
The second Englishman to go around the world like that.
Ooh, potentially punished on the power driver due to 62 PGD.
Yeah, sometimes if you're a little unsettled by just getting hit by Pile Bunker, it's fine to go for a little punish like that.
It's better to get a punish than a punish, but Eddie really looks along the team by it.
He is running away with it. That's what Slayer does, robs the rounds.
Yeah, close to 100 meter again. What's the 2H? No punish. Okay, let's see. Big combo here. I don't think it's going to be lethal, but... Yeah, Axe Boomerang.
Opts not to spend a meter.
Just needs to sneeze on him. Yeah, okay. That's fine, because now you have no burst next round. You come into it with an advantage.
Axel's privileged 2K allows him to RPS favorably with a blocked Mappa.
That's big. All around the world. Snare back for combo.
Did a grip!
Alright. They did a grip. Alright.
The overhead.
Oh no! Oh geez. That was a pretty brutal round. That was like 2 S's.
Terrifying round. Slayer's 2H.
2H. It's a 2H because he only needs 2.
I believe there were only 2 that round. Yeah, it's paying dividends. It's a big, disjointed low crush. It's a terrifying move.
Yeah. Against the character also like Slayer, where you just get one taps. Your burst is at a premium, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So like the economy of burst, how you use it is going to change a lot.
Chatters will note I lowered the cooldown on ASCII commands, so you're welcome to make a big wall of them in the chat if you space them out enough.
Speaking of spacing, Eddie seems to whips his jump in. Ooh, it's Lewis the wins.
Yeah, it's a spacing Axel once.
Making a bullet help. Renson. Yeah, keep on flipping. Let's do it. Rainwater is probably one of the best special moves in the game if it wasn't on Axel. Ooh, wow. 2H space. 2H out spaces the. Oh my gosh. First aid. Ew, that's going into your last round, last life with no burst against Slayer.
That's
I'm not envious.
It's a big hurdle to go over.
You're being aggressive though. I like it. Ooh,
yeah,
Max catches the.
You gotta spend money to make money, and Buddy Health is a resource.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Ooh, 2H though, it's sneaking up the light total immediately, but there's a drop. Unfortunate.
I really think the way Doof is spacing is paying big dividends. Mappa is falling short, and Slayer is getting...
Okay.
I lied!
No hardball break. No hardball break. He his meter just needs a little bit more. I think Doof is also really being into the mind games and being frustrating with movement, right? Moving in at weird times.
He's going over, it's disjointed.
Yeah.
Nobody has meter!
Ooh, wow! I did not expect that to kill. Raw Power Bunker does so much damage.
Oh, it's 80 or something. It's massive.
Wow.
Lets the haiku play out. With that,
I'm
winner
shocked by kills, says Steady in the chat. Biblically accurate 2H.
Alright, with that, our winners finals has been decided, but for now, we're going to set that aside to take a look at loser's side. Let's see here. If I can scroll it all, we're going to see Ixie. One moment, please. I'm going to quickly mute to check out what's going on here.
Yeah, this is where I'd fill space if I was a better commentator, but unfortunately, I'm a hack. So... But yeah, this is Weebcup. It's run on Stadium's Discord. Generic Soda is now the new bracket runner. It's every Tuesday. It's a pretty good bracket. Good stream. It's pretty well run. You get to play me sometimes. I'm D&D on these days, but it gets canceled a lot because, you know, D&D. So, yeah, it's definitely of all the brackets of all time, this is definitely one of them. You should join.
Okay, and speaking of joining, we're gonna have C-Drive and Stinky Steve mosey on into the room. See, Bedman Gaming.
Bedman versus Anji. So I'm a little bit biased. I cannot deal with Bedman. On God, I cannot have a Bedman player in my bracket path. So I'm revealing my bias here.
I had an opportunity to play GC Yoshi a few times in this matchup, and one thing he noted is Anji can't rely quite so much on Karanagi Hot like that, because Bedman spends so much time in the air.
Yeah. Speaking of, I only play one matchup. I don't play this game as much as I haven't played this game as much this season. But Bedman's air control is nothing to sneeze at, especially with the new JS.
Oh yeah, speaking of, 1 second here. There we go, figured I'd throw Bedman players a bone.
Bias aside, Bedman is a sick character though. Yeah, I will say one thing that might complicate this matchup is that Anji, his spin, is not really so great against projectiles.
It definitely does let him get past the wall of stuff, but it's not really good for asserting himself unless he's in range from Idare.
Yeah. Ooh, C-Drive is able to punish that grab, get another grab of their own. System error. Mixing up. Okay. Stinky Steve. Last chance for this round. Gonna set up the Whirl Burst out of the rim. That's.
We're installing.
Okay, installing. This is going to be a uphill battle, but ooh, gets clipped. Not a full conversion though.
Firmware update on deck.
Nice. Counter hit, yes. They're going in. Nice, let's see what he got. Nice overhead. Dust. Still won't be enough even with Bedman's low guts, but one more neutral interaction. C-Drive has meter. Wow, assault. Into meter. Into RC.
Scoop?
Over on G guts. Let's see. Oh no! Oh wow.
I'm so surprised.
Is able to just barely ever survive that route. Gets counter hit on the 2H. Let's see. And they another throw gets baited. Okay, they have burst again though.
The malfunction drops it out. But now we're seeing the loops.
Yes. Gets catch to the back dash, right? The offense has been good. Another throw. Nice. Okay. YRC's out. Nice. Use the momentum burst.
Steve has meter, and we've seen them belligerently counter super, so I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of aggressive play on Steve, which I both like and dislike.
Ooh, good check.
Nice. XH. Okay. Burst on the table. So that's okay. That was something to do it. Now we're going to
the bullet hell begins.
Nice, JS. Okay, they got the hit. Okay. Ooh, no, from above. Yeah, Anji's Anji, I guess is a melee player. Anji can kind of struggle with people above him.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody does a big delayed move like that, if you're really aware, Ko will make you miserable, but it does have the unfortunate side effect of doing funky things to cross-ups. Okay, maybe my Anji bias is showing, but I kind of want some kind of, maybe a vacuum effect or something to make it a bit more consistent in the future. But enough yapping from me. No bias here. Let me update this score so you know the bias is going away.
Yeah, a lot of Anji's hit is also suited around ground control, which can be maybe a little awkward when you go in the air all the time.
Another thing GC Yoshi was talking to me about was how Bedman wants to space themselves so JH will beat anti-airs, and we're definitely seeing JH coming in at a bunch of funky angles. It's a nightmare move to deal with, 6 overheads in a row.
Man can dream, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, CPC starting these off pretty strong. No burst on the table for them, but they're positive. Seedrive starts the turn. Nice, he's able to win through. Gets the throw. PR sees it, but yeah, it was a smart PRC. I was worried it wouldn't kill for a moment, but that's the good job on Steving with that awareness. They'll be able to OS and, you know, the end of the kill.
Good burst.
It's good. Yeah, it's good on the back foot.
That burst, if it hadn't come out, C-Drive would have a lot of damage on the tab to pick up, so...
Yeah. That's weird. They're a big, I guess it's a big body, but it's also like, you know, has no guts.
We're seeing the vacuum effect on JS come into play for a little bit of side swapping.
He's a counter super. He's a sneaky, cheeky counter super.
He has a meter.
Nice block to C-Drive. You're right.
See, that's the kind of thing I was talking about. Right. JH beat the anti-air.
I think C-Drive zoning has generally been very strong. I think CPC's had to rely on a lot of like, backdash to the overhead.
It's very good.
Rely on a lot of burst options like IEDs and Fujins, which has been getting the job done, but also it's not necessarily the most stable approach.
Right. It's... Spin, like I said earlier, spin can help you navigate a projectile maze, but it's difficult to really get advantage unless the opponent starts committing after it.
I do think Steve's offense has been very decisive. I think early on it looked a bit shaky. C-Drive jumped out of a couple throws, right? But I don't think that has occurred Steve at all. I think they have like, you know, a level of decisiveness that, you know, I'm definitely kind of person to get scared when after someone rips a throw.
Yeah, as someone who's been in the mirror with Stinky Steve quite a lot, they're pretty scary because they will commit to stuff that you will not expect them to, and it will catch you off guard, and you gotta play really patient against them.
That's honestly like a really good skill to have, right? Like, to be able to have, like, you know, that level of stuff. A bit of stubbornness is, I think, a strong trait to have.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be belligerent. Good block on the JH.
Nice. Blocked. Ooh, wow!
Okay.
Hard call out. No more red movement. Get out of the air.
Ho is a gigantic disjointed hitbox, so you have to be really careful with hanging out in the air above Anji, especially for long time with air stalls.
Yeah, the Japanese guys are protected.
Move into match 3. Who will take the lead?
What did they say in Persona? Like, will the high become the low?
Yeah. Will the low become the high? The first fighting game I really got into, Persona, I remember a decent amount.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I will say, Batman is also a pretty difficult matchup. On the fact that most of the player base is totally unfamiliar, even after the character's been out for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice block from the overhead, C-Drive, but it seems like Steve is being relentless in his offense. Yeah, extremely. Right. I see they've been getting a lot of waves a lot of needle too. I think Steve has to have the lead that C-Drive isn't helping a punch needle, and they're just wheeling into let you know, go for it.
Like you were saying earlier, that belligerence. If you get a read, belligerence can be a very powerful weapon.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will, like, you know, calm themselves out, right? Like, they'll do a thing and they'll assume their opponent's going to adapt and not use it again. And so you're kind of giving up opportunities if you do that. Nice! Kind of hit JAS again. Nice water combo. Yeah.
I like the going for the Kara Fujin into Rin to break the wall. Build a little bit more special than just landing a dust.
Yeah, C-Drive looks like They might this all into the speed side. Let's see what they can do. They're definitely like, they've been playing it well. Like, it's either way.
C-Drive's not falling for it. But that is Stinky Steve's round. It is Stinky Steve's match.
Okay. What can C... I think C-Drive's going to dig deep, stop this momentum from running them over.
I think another thing I noticed for C-Drive is that Bedman can confirm 2P into Task B, as I call it, the spin, but I don't think it's happened quite yet, so I wonder if C-Drive is just playing a little patient. I wonder if... Yeah, okay, so we have a character swap. C-Drive has mentioned before they don't like playing Bedman into Slayer because of the character's low health, and I feel like we're seeing the same mentality at play swapping over to Gold Lewis.
Yeah, Slayer went to low health characters. Wonder what that must feel like. I see almost 40,000 gold, or 4,100 gold Lewis. So
yes. C-Drive is a game.
Wow. This is it's not a reversal, right? C-Drive's much more aggressive on gold Lewis. Look at these JDs. They know the money buttons at least.
So what we talked about earlier, the difficulties of using Karanagiha against the Bedman, suddenly it's a more viable option against Big Boy Gold Lewis.
Yeah, let's see. I think they're starting out pretty strong. Let's see how they can adjust. RC? Big chance?
This is not going to hold the fusion RPS.
Okay, I think that was just shenanigans I was attempting. Alright. Is this a turning point for Z-Drive? Or I guess tournament life?
Yeah. Z-Drive's life is being fought for.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of JD, but I think CBC from HS is working really well in the beginning. Oh, punishment heal.
Yep, there it is.
There might be some magic powers.
Oh, that was key.
Ooh, Fat Million moment. Let's go. Ooh, doesn't commit all the way on the first play.
Oh
no! I still think this is a good C-Drive though.
Yeah, C-Drive has a bunch of security meter to work with. Just spin through it.
Okay, it's getting dicey. Okay. Ship has made it about throwaway. Nice, a red block. I wasn't punished, but it still got the job done. Okay. Finish it up from the plate. There we go.
Ooh. I was holding my breath there for C-Drive. Not that I'm biased.
Yeah, I think maybe part of it is that Goalies can punish CQC for overextending a lot harder than Deadman can.
Right.
That might be part of the matchup calculus. Nice go.
Good scoop. Dash cancel to keep pressure.
Catches the button.
Ooh, the big overhead.
Yeah, there it is. Game 5.
Alright, it's a game 5
situation. What does Anji do against Gold Lewis's JD?
So if you... I believe if you spin it early enough, you can get a close slash counter hit punish. Otherwise, you gotta use Midare. And if you Midare against air moves, then you're dealing with a potential Gold Lewis JH. And as we saw earlier in the matchup, if you get crossed up with Midare, if you cross Midare up, you're gonna get counter hit in the back. It doesn't hit behind you.
See, I just hit 5 p.m. parade.
Oh, are we getting... Yeah, the really climactic song from Iska to close out this round 5 match. It'll rev up in a second. There's the organ. There's the corner pressure. Yeah, there we go.
The song is like... Let's see.
Oh my god.
Ooh, some drops. I think that's going to be expected, right? Gold, this is like a hard drop, just pick up and play.
Right.
Alright, so drove up around going to this last game.
The music is syncing up so well.
Alright. Ooh, Sticky Steve in the corner. Backdash caught. Oh, they were able to the defect shield, but they can't get out.
Very good
No
patience.
super though.
A lesser Anji probably would have reversal spun. Oh, but I right as I say that.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
D-Drive brings it back.
Yeah. I think being able to turn the corner, be aggressive with Gold Lewis, like, hit those JDs, go in, be the one dictating the pace of the match a little more. I think that really helped them.
Yeah, definitely. And now with that, we're going to move into top 8 losers. And for that, I'd like to... I won't ask you to step into the ring yet. C-Drive just had his match. We're going to have Doof and Pixie, I think.
Yeah, Axel Slayer again. I played Pixie earlier. Pretty confident Slayer player.
Right.
Obviously, the way they played against Milia versus how they played against Axel is going to be very different. So I don't really know if I can make any predictions. But
Well, Doof did lose to a Slayer earlier. We'll have to see. If I recall, I think Teddy came out on top in the Pixie mirror match from a while ago. I think that was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks.
while we're waiting for them to set up, I'm going to grab a glass of I say as I pick up the glass of water that's already on my desk. Never mind.
Yeah, get a big sippy. You in the chat and Discord hearing my voice right now, make sure to take a second to get a big sippy for yourself. Don't want to be dehydrated. The Pixies entered the venue. Hailing from Puerto Rico, if I recall correctly. Oops. It's like I said earlier, your big poking normals are going to be kind of spooky to use against somebody throwing themselves at you with big active hitboxes.
I wonder if Pixie watched the match earlier. I wonder if they had any absorbing tech from Teddy. The tech question being 2H. Yeah.
There we go, right as you said it.
Counter.
He has a corner though.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw.
How come 2H? Oh my god, they're going in.
Doof has meter.
The first. Oh, it's sick.
Okay. Pixie spends meter to keep the corner and gets the win as a result. I think that was a pretty good use of burst because Doof doesn't have any to start with, and push comes to shove, if no burst is on the table and the hits come down, Slayer's gonna win.
Yeah. I really like the way that they're jumping jump forward blocking, right? Just bully their way in.
I was saying earlier it's difficult to IAD over whistling wind in neutral, but I think the jump forward may be the ticket to victory.
Did you see that?
Again! Doesn't manage to continue off of that pile bunker, but...
What a punish! Yo!
Pixie is using 2H very well. Someone had better put it in chat. I know you know what the macro is.
Oh, what a conversion.
There we go.
No burst there, but it's not that big of a hit. Wait again.
Again.
I don't know if that was a low crush or that was just spacing, but it did the job.
I think it was just spacing, if I had to guess. Pixie manages to put one on the board.
Okay.
And Doof, top
I'm
seed. Doof, our top seed, is looking to potentially be going out if things keep going like this.
If I'm Doof, the last thing I want to have happen is double Slayer. Like, there's a double Slayer. That truly is a fate worse than death.
2P and 2H are some of Axel's key normals, especially in neutral. What are you going to do against a move that shuts them both down like that?
Wow, they're navigating, using Slayers like normals and specials to navigate this maze projectile so well. Yeah, RC. Here we go. Back to the corner.
Back to incident.
Back to incident.
I want to say that Pixie was probably trying to hit reversal super there. Or 2H.
Didn't the RC! Oh my god.
Slayer damage is real and it can hurt you. This is so spooky.
Wow. Just punch straight through. I guess that's the answer. Just punch through it.
I was just about to say this is so spooky, I don't want to say anything in case a counter hit happens in neutral, and what do you know? The counter hit happened in neutral.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think that was a drop. I'm not 100% sure though. Ooh, gets clipped by rainwater.
As we've been saying, it's disjointed, so
It is a move of all time.
Doof is playing very patient.
Yeah, I mean, kind of have to, right? The last thing he wants, like, random overextension to 2H moment.
Ooh. That's so spooky. Not converting that far slash into anything for fear of a 2H.
Ooh, no, back to incident! Okay, tries to bait the burst. It's not. Full burst.
Okay.
There we go. I will say an actual gold burst is not as scary as other characters.
Oh, that's
For example,
like that.
For example.
Oh my god, I thought he died.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know what kind of noise I made, but I see it blew out the mic. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. Dude's gonna have to dig deep. Let's say that.
I don't know if Doof has a backup character to swap to. No, they're sticking with Axel.
I respect. I'm always going to be an advocate of sticking to your guns unless you have, like, you know, like an A2 matchup in your back pocket.
Right. But as I was saying earlier about the 2H dilemma with Axel's low-profile moves, 2K, his best mash, is also that low-profile move that's going to get crushed by 2H. Axel has so many tools off the table.
Nope. Speaking of 2H, and the subject of 2H, so let's circle back to 2H.
Yeah, 2H is something that seems to be happening a lot. Give me just a second there. We'll circle back.
Nice throw. Alright.
Drop.
What? That was definitely an interaction for the books.
I just think that Doof hasn't been playing as much and didn't recognize what that move was.
Yeah, maybe not.
We've seen him say he's fighting the 2X KO out of his system. Rain was saying they don't think Doof has been playing much. I think the lack of knowledge is just blowing up in their face right now. Combined with, having old reliable just crushed by this one move.
I do think I saw some JSs went to beat out 2H. That's, I think, a really smart idea. Max competitive options, I think.
It doesn't have burst to work with, but does have another round to work with.
Ooh, no, that's
big.
Okay. Start.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Back to neutral.
If you can call it that against this character.
Yeah, it's neutral. Unironically, I think you're just trying to, like, stick to neutral, right?
This is so
you're
close.
Trying to play.
Good conversion with Wild Assault.
It's less like you're playing to win and more like you're playing not to lose sometimes.
Exactly.
You know?
And with a character with...
This one clip, yes! Do clips on Pixie and they're still in it.
With a character with such zoning potential, chip damage, sometimes you just gotta play not to lose and that'll carry you. Doof with one notch on the belt, just needs 2 more to cut all the way through.
Yeah. It's tough, especially when you're behind, right? It's like both having to commit to zoning and also having to stem the bleeding that's happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pixie's putting on a hell of a show, by the way. They're making the Slayer look really, really good. Nice check on the 2D.
Not just with their playstyle, but with their color palette choice. I think the white and any other color is very clean. I love what they did with Slayer's vest in terms of redesigning it for Strive.
Yeah, I love his vest. I think this character redesign is a strict upgrade.
I do miss the very overt references to the characters he's based off of from Giant Robo, but it brings Slayer into his own in a way.
Ooh, I think it's a drop from Pixie. Let's see.
Okay, we're seeing adaptation of Master's Hammer, that's big.
Nice. Ooh, there it is. That should be round.
Pixie once again on match point.
I think it takes a lot of discipline to play like these kind of matchups and, be able to play to your outs, right?
Oh,
Speaking of
no.
outs.
Okay.
Never mind.
I'm trying not to be biased, but
That's not death, that's a lot.
it's hard not to think from the underdog's perspective when you're up against Slayer.
Ooh, I think Pixie's movement has been so good. He just navigated all the situations so well. Definitely showing some unconventional things too, like the 6K, some other things.
Okay, good check on the Dandy Step. You gotta check Dandy Step if it's being cancelled into.
I really want to know if Pixie just has like a million years of Axel experience, or they're just a natural,
Right. Well, I'll have to grill them after this. That's it.
That's it.
Dude,
That's not it.
Excuse me?
You gotta finish your plate. Oh, you don't want to use that.
Oh my
first
gosh.
That's it. Okay, chip kill is a win combo now. Restoration.
That
Yeah, there we go.
That drop on One Vision was such a blunder, though. Going into the last round against Slayer with no burst has gotta be so spooky.
Yeah. It's a 2-touch game for Pixie. Nice!
Oh, there it is! We saw that in the last game.
That's a really good punish, too. I mean, I think it was a drop there, but the idea of 2H that is a really smart punish.
Pixie just jumping, like you pointed out earlier. He's trying to keep it in the air to avoid 2H, and it's paying dividends.
Right. No.
Ooh.
Wow. No one's ever prepared for the Axel tap dust.
It has deceptively long range, always has.
Okay. Dude's bringing it all the way back.
Digging deep is one way to put it. It's times like this you kind of wonder what exactly is going through the player's head, aside from, like, what kind of thoughts are jostling around there along with paths to victory. Like, obviously path to victory is something you gotta be thinking about, but...
Yeah, I said that, you know, the last thing Doof wants is to get double slayered. The last thing Pixie wants is to verse the River Axle. I was saying, you can't dash under 5p, because there's on the dash, but that works too, I guess. Wow, what a lead in the beginning.
This is a huge hill to climb up.
Matter 2D, it's ready to start. Pixie with the burst. 100 meter.
Yeah, Pixie can just send it and get in. Excuse me?
That works, that works.
That was so smart. I was wondering last match whether we would see reversal super at some point. That was so clever from Doof.
Yeah, the situation is totally reversed. Although, Pixie just needs one. Ooh.
It's even on...
Yeah.
Dust is even on hit. It's an RPS situation. Good call from Doof.
Ooh. That punch in. See? Ooh, whips the command grab. I guess that was a burst, so it's not actually whip. Alright, that blocks. Nice XP. Get out the string. Okay, Pixie started. Into the corner.
Couple of Mappas to get in.
Ooh, right, jump over.
Adjustments on the Master's Hammer. We saw it earlier. We're seeing it now during crunch time.
Weather storm. Ooh, being to the corner. This won't kill. Not burst, but low on life. There's the throw.
Just a scoop.
Ooh, no way. I don't know if that was correct or not. I'm not sure. But there's the chip kill.
Pixie must be so frustrated right now.
That was they put on a hell of a show, though. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I realized looking back that a lot of the commentary was definitely focusing on Doof's side, but when you're up against Slayer, playing a low health character, it's hard not to kind of look at things from the underdog's perspective. Hell of a match. Fantastic little start
shout outs to Pixie. They made it. They came out swinging.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright. It is time that I must ask you to vacate the commentary booth, because you have got to play C Drive. Alrighty, as we get things ready to go here, I'll ping both of our intrepid challengers to get in the ring.
Bedman off the bat. Interesting.
It's gonna be interesting seeing... Welcome back to the booth, Teddy. It's gonna be interesting to see two very mobile air characters kind of competing for the same space.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a story of two JSs and how dominant they are, respectively. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
Bedman's JH is very wicked, especially after the buffs. But Milia's JS is also just a real monster of a button. Disjointed, fast, good range.
Gets bursted into the corner though, so we'll see.
I mentioned earlier that you can throw Capel at certain points, and that's one of them. If Milia starts to do the Capel to loot pressure in the corner, you gotta jump up, meet her, and scoop her.
Oh, Capel crossed up there. Interesting. I don't think C-Drive was ready for that. Ah, just getting blended right now. That's the first round.
We see a little blending here in Weebcup now and then. Same side, wasn't expecting that. I thought that would cross up.
Yeah. Active bit of a neutral. So far, it just seems like Marguerite is just permanently being pressured.
I think one of the things about Milia is One of the things about Milia is if you're not quite sure how to deal with her pressure, you can get a lot of mileage by slugging. But Bedman, I don't know if Bedman really has the tools to bring it to a slugfest. I feel like we may see a Gold Lewis swap in the future, unless C-Drive exceeds all expectations and gets a 3-0 on the board.
Full screen. Oh, I got the jump back shot. Evens it up.
Bedman's theme is in top gear, so that's the first insult that Bedman could possibly get, along with the actual in-game install.
Full screen. And now it's C-Drive's turn for a bit of... Oh, good mashup.
It's good awareness. There is a gap before the startup of Malfunction that can be checked with 5-frame button. As I said earlier, Margarita's a lab rat, so they know these little interactions.
And they had a nice little pickup there off the bad move, which I didn't realize hit, but Margarita did and got the confirm.
First round on the board. Match on the board.
Seems to be thinking about it on character select already. Yeah, you called it immediate swap. Whatever they're sitting there thinking, 99% of the time it's a swap. Or, I suppose, a getting water.
Yeah, or a deep breath, sugar, tea, coffee. It could be a bunch of different things, but most of the time you get a safe bet for a character swap. How will the Gold Lewis swap affect things?
Not the anti-air, but what a 6P beat the far slash.
Yeah, 6P has been a funky button for most of Gold Lewis's life, but it's finally a decent anti-poke in this stage of the game's lifespan.
Got out of the corners, he drove his full meter, so we'll even get a chance to use it.
Marguerite's got a lot of round to cover. This is a big boy.
Got the way it was blocked, but didn't matter.
If you can, squeeze that meter out of your opponent and they get nothing out of it, that's a victory in and of itself. Ooh, good JS.
Nice backdash, and the JD jumps over the far slash to take round one.
I really like that.
Burst though.
I really like that neutral JD, not committing to forward movement, but not giving up space, just kind of occupying it for Margarita to run into.
Hopper's hit. Interesting. Uh-oh. To the corner as well, so he immediately threw it as well.
Just cash it out.
Another super too. This is just the round and round around the stage we go. What the? Cross up a 6H? I wonder what that was supposed to be.
Just super wall break after super wall break after super wall break. Margarita is making positive bonus work for them.
Got the close slash, so back into the blender it seems. Uh-oh. No knockdown, so...
Margarita has burst on the table with that positive.
Just
probably just a
5P, but
there was probably a fumble on a super input and just tried to close it out.
oh, this is how it starts.
Oh my god.
Oh, she had burst, but anti-air JD. Oh, nice jump back. JH takes game one. It looked like it was about to slide. The one Healthic Dream nearly happened, but instead 2-0.
It's a risky maneuver to try and jump in the corner to continue pressure. You could get air thrown. feel like
But with
trying
Goldless,
to
just
read too much into what's
Gold-
going on might be not the best thing to go. And carry on your thought there.
Goldless though, with the whole jumping in the corner, it's so hard to air throw because it's like JD. It hits up too, so it's like you try to up air throw it. Nope, you just get hit, and that's a Goldless combo. So it's not as risky as one would think, especially with like the mental stack of 684 counter hitting you.
Sure, sure.
You need JD jumping, so good start for Seadra.
That's 30% at 2 seconds in. Welcome to the US of A. Oh my gosh.
I thought that was a drop, but no, the OCG just killed. That's a quick round for Seadra.
14 seconds.
Oh, I
it's a
wonder if that
little
was
spooky
attempted
sometimes.
back throw. Go again. Oh, opened up low. Oh, counter hit hair card. That should be it. Oh no, that optimal reset.
Rita with a perfect on the board.
On match point. Oh, double crosser.
Nobody expects the double cross up.
No. What the hair card?
Cross up?
Yeah, he's just getting blended. Uh-oh. Won't kill, but one touch away.
C Drive has a little meter to work with. What will they do with it?
Oh.
Doesn't get the YRC!
For a
Tragic.
second, I thought that was super, but no, BRC had to block and just got opened up high. Unfortunate. That is a 3-0 for Margarita.
Right. So with that, I think we'll move on to winners finals with you and Rain. Let me put the at.
And with that, I will step out.
See you when I see ya.
No. Damn it.
Alright, with that, the stage is set for winners finals.
I'm not saying that I am Fat Cat Teddy. I want you to promise that just because we've never been in the same room together. Never mind, I had a joke, but I forgot.
Don't worry, I've
Incorrect.
flubbed plenty of jokes since I started. I've pitched stinker after stinker to the room, and they've just had to deal with it.
Let's see.
I say the stage is set, but I'm still fumbling behind the scenes just to get things looking pretty.
Mankind knew that
There
they
we
could
go.
not change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Just letting the intros run. Ah! Making me look
I'm
like a
unfortunately
fool.
stuck.
Hmm?
So I can't. I'm unfortunately stuck in the lobby, so I'll have to stick it to the next match.
No, don't worry, I'll give you the play-by-play. Rain has Teddy in the corner, and Teddy is trying to use Mappa to get out, but is just getting pushed back in with misplanners. Big reversal super though. Cross up. Doesn't quite manage to get the check on the Master's Hammer, and now Rain life is totally drained. Quick little dust into Roman cancel to open them up. (2H after 2H. This is one of the hallmarks of the Rain Teddy matchup, or Rain against Slayer in general. Rain loves to find a space outside of 2H range and then react punish with Mistfinder, and it's more the same. There it is again. Quick little shoot the J.
That's my name.
Oh no! Reversal super. Strikes home.
Oh yeah.
The bite.
IEDJH at the wall break is not a real save point, in fact.
Is that so? Ooh. Teddy can take it with something belligerent. Like that.
I saw a hero burst.
Wasn't really belligerent, I guess. It was more patient than anything. Listen, C-Drive, sometimes a bad day is just a day that's bad. If you drop things, you know, review the tapes, look it over, and you've got something to learn for the next time so you don't drop it. If you ever feel discouraged, there's always stuff to work on.
Sometimes you have to get washed to get clean.
Yep, the classic. Oh no, Teddy took P1 side! This is a huge development. Oh no, is Rain saying something nasty? And I gotta check the Discord chat, see what's going on. Okay, Rain voluntarily stepped out for a moment, for reasons, and Teddy took that as an opportunity, dastardly, to sneak in, to dandy step his way in the P1 side.
Quite foul, but I do respect the energy.
Nothing gentlemanly about that. I do respect getting your song to play, especially if you have been on a long string of not being on P1 side. Sometimes the musical power-up goes a long way. Right, we move into match 2 now. You know, the Slayer theme makes it worth it. There's nothing wrong with swapping the Slayer theme.
I love Slayer theme, it's really good.
It's very good. Rain has the early life lead.
I made my peace with Slayer as a character, but before that, even when I didn't like him, Slayer's theme made it worth it still.
I mentioned earlier that Rain is finding good range to punish 2H from with Mistfinder. It feels like Teddy is taking that and putting their own spin on it, using Mappa to go in after a whiff Mistfinder. Rain has got good job catching that Master's Hammer. It's one of the things people flub is throwing Master's Hammer.
Yeah, I'm not confident to do that.
Also, good awareness of Teddy having 200 meter to work, 2 bars a meter to work with, so they didn't get turned into a Twitter clip.
Ooh, nice block. Great.
Good check on the vault with a 2P. It's minus most of the time, so... Card on the table. He manages to close the round.
Ooh, Stashio close slash.
This is Transylvania. Welcome.
Oh, precious things.
Good check.
Okay. Instant red. Let's see. Ninja corner is Teddy gonna burst. Holding on to it now. Blocks instant red. Blocks another instant overhead.
Teddy is blocking out of their mind right now.
Wow. Yeah.
Risk is cranked, so Rain can turn this around.
Over still holding on to that. Okay, there we go. There's no good.
Rain has Wild Assault on deck.
Ooh, I think that's sweet. Gets death though. Is that 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1 now.
Joker trick.
Okay, so what kind of adjustments have we seen? What kind of evolution of adjustments will we see?
Evolution. I like that word. I really like towards at the end. It didn't quite work out, but at the end, Teddy was like bulldogging with dashes, right?
Right,
like
right.
doing a dash forward, blocking, not committing to anything, forcing Rain to commit to.
Yeah, there we go. The challenge on Vault as usual. Doesn't quite manage to get the TK out. I'm pretty sure that was a TK.
Ooh, cross up. Drops the combo though. Let's see, far slash time. These Slayer players, they're quite cheeky.
Very. I'm surprised Teddy didn't RC there to try and...
Ooh, nice throw out of the cross up.
Definitely.
Okay, let's see. Rain being a little aggressive. Moving in, pushing Teddy to the corner. Perfect. Ball break. Let's see what we can do. Back to neutral. Rain's got positive.
I was saying earlier, one of the things about bugbears in the Axel matchup is the big hitboxes you're throwing out aren't disjointed, but Johnny has the luxury of big, disjointed missed finer to kind of throw out to stuff Mappa from so far away. I think that's another thing contributing to Rain taking control of this match.
I think 2H was looking like a god button a few matches earlier, but here, Rain is like playing around it, check the block strings into it, with punishing it, staying out of the range. It's looking like a useless button, honestly.
Yeah, Johnny doesn't really quite play around with lows as much as Axel either. I imagine... I'm curious to see if maybe a cheeky reversal 2H could help against a low missed finer, but we'll have to see if Teddy is gutsy enough to play that game. Other
I don't
than
think
that...
we've seen any 2S's, so like, that's probably the button I would expect to be checked by 2H.
Yeah, that's a good point. I gotta grill Rain about that, see if how their awareness is playing within this match.
That said, there is usually more nuance than this button meets that button, you know?
Right.
Ooh, cheeky. Yeah, Teddy checking out immediately.
These are both characters with quick forward movement options that have to be checked by little moves like that.
I will say Rain is opting to go for very easy, stable counter combos up their counter hit card slash. I know Johnny has some very fancy things he can do, but I think it's smart to, like, just focus on stability over anything else.
Yeah, keep it clean. We saw a little fumble on what looked like a fumble on a TK earlier, and against Slayer, you definitely don't want to have any big mistakes that leave you open.
Great awareness to punish that not puncher throw, and the reward is a wall break.
Right. Got to shoot the J. Now, we've seen a lot of 2H in the chat. Give me a second here.
Ooh, Bull Burst is not allowed. Not allowed. Not in this household.
Dang.
Against Johnny,
There's the
Captain Jellyfish Pirates. Not 2Hing him. Or not co-bursting him.
Again,
Against 2H either.
Rain is playing so aware of 2H's range.
Ooh, just block into the backdash, into the whip punish.
I like that. The plus frame off the card into nothing. I feel like calling that a bluff is a good idea to go with the card theme.
Alright, is that it? No. Alright, one last chance, Teddy. Show us what
card-
we can do.
Card save Teddy this time, but
Oh, thank God, that was a little scuffed, I think. I don't think Teddy meant to RC that so late.
could have been
I think
fishing
it's
for a
not
frame
the great
trap.
Maybe.
That's Rain 3-1. We're moving to loser semis. I know that because the past 3 or 4 tournaments I've gotten my rounds mixed up, so I made the study extra hard to make sure everything is all in the right spot. Doof and Margarita.
I missed Wild Assault's knockdown already.
Well, just something you'll have to deal with.
So I have no idea how this is gonna go, to be honest.
I'll be honest,
That'll
I'm
be
not entirely
interesting
sure
to see.
myself.
It's gonna be a very... I can't, like, give you an outline, to be honest.
One thing I think we might end up seeing is because Doof has been using a whole lot of rainwater, this whole tournament has really established it, we might see Margarita playing a bit more aware of their jumping moves, like a JS or something.
Doof did use burst. Bit behind, so we'll see if it comes back to bite him.
Margarita mentioned earlier that they wanted to just run up and use Far Slash to deal with Tornado, and we're seeing that now. Interesting maneuver to play around
Apple hit.
Rensen. Apple did indeed hit.
So, Margarita gets the first round.
He's playing very aware of Amelia's air game. Lots of
It
different
should be
anti-airs
enough,
on
yeah.
display.
Kind of playing a full screen footsies a little bit. I absolutely cranked wrist. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, nice burst bait. That should be it.
Yeah,
Didn't even need super.
doesn't even need the super. No thoughts, no changes, no surprises, straight into round 2.
Yeah, I suppose you can't really pick a Zato into Axel, can you? That would... terrible. As on paper, it seems terrible.
Axel can just check the little fella. What does the little fella think about this? Well, he's enjoying himself, that's all we can ask for.
Six feet. Oh, got the cross up. To the wall.
Amelia has such great corner carry and can turn into wall breaks very easily. I feel like that helps supplement her low damage.
Oh, I just jumped in the tornado and you're getting bombered for it.
I know Margarita mentioned earlier while on commentary that just jumping forward can help protect you against the tornado. But it doesn't. Looks like it didn't work out. Got wall broken and lost for it.
Yeah, it's got 2P check to death, unfortunately.
Really does not have a beefed up 2H to check those lows.
Yeah, unfortunate to be honest. And Tap Dust takes game 2 with a perfect.
Doof is gaming.
Doof has a vendetta, it seems like. So we'll see if the ship writes, or if I'm gonna be on the other end of a triumphant story of redemption. So we'll see.
Margarita draws first blood. He wants nothing out of that counter hit though. Spends burst. Good burst awareness. Axel has always been kind of a difficult character to burst, but with the changes to burst in Season 3, I think that's no longer really the case. Still, good awareness on Margarita's part.
And gets the round as well, with a nice strong retaliatory round there.
There we go. Like I said, Margarita playing around Rainwater with JS. Doesn't manage to convert off it, but does manage to establish pressure, and that manages to draw a lot of blood.
Yeah, that hurts. Oh, baited the burst, and that's gonna be a quick game 3.
Margarita back on the board.
We'll see, but is that the beginning of a bit of a swing of momentum, or is that just a one-off?
We'll have to see. Doof back in it to win it.
Oh, huge close slash to start, forcing a burst.
Apple is so big and so disjointed, you have to be very careful playing around it.
Yeah. Whoop. Oh, nice 2S.
I like the mobility Margarita is showing in the air after jumping over Whistling Wind. I didn't
just reach.
Yeah, I didn't think it would hit at all. BRC to convert.
And the 2K takes it.
Nice little dub for the meter awareness. Immediate win means you don't get positive to try and get some of that meter back, but, you know, a round is its own kind of resource.
Yeah, a round is more important than meter.
Most of the time.
This burst is cranked right now.
Not for long it wasn't.
Yeah, at 6H will take it, and match point Doof.
Margarita has burst back though.
Through the wall.
Nice conversion off the
And
far
through.
slash.
Yeah.
You know, Margarita said on commentary right before coming in, they missed the hard knockdown on Wild Assault for the wall break. Right now, we saw an example of a situation they would have loved it.
Nice block on a bad move. Oh, still got clipped by the Capel.
The cap is so active.
Oh, 5K got him.
It's kind of the conundrum of those instant overheads. You have to really commit before you can confirm whether or not you're in a situation to. So a deflect shield is on the table. It's a very spooky prospect.
2K edge
The classic.
to win the set.
Barbados Slim over here.
That is.
Eddie
something
loves it.
that
He loves a good limbo.
Oh, that was evil. So, this is my turn.
It sure is. Alright, get in the ring. I believe Marguerite will probably be joining us on commentary again eventually. As I get everything ready on the scoreboard, move into match proper. Check the bracket here real fast.
Duel 1. Let's rock!
A little far slash to keep Slayer out. Oh, it's Doof's turn to get kept out. Doof's turn to get thrown out. Nice reversal. No universe on the table. That he does have a Hail Mary super to use. Axel does have a lot of long-range options, leave him vulnerable like that. Let's rock. Wonder if 5P is gonna be the game for Doof here, since it checked that 2H just now. Doof really has been struggling. What, 3 Slayers in a row, it feels like. Betty is so full up on meter. Doof has to be very careful. Ooh. Too spooky. Teddy with a quick W on the board. Move up against the rushing phenomena of realizing they played 3 Slayer players tonight.
Soda, can you share your screen with me?
Say what?
Can you share your screen with me?
Yeah, give me just a second. It gets a bit spooky during doing it mid-match.
No worries.
So it might take just a second. There we go.
Duel 1. Let's rock!
I can't hear you if you're talking.
No, I'm not. I'm just focusing on something right now. Something caught my attention. I'm not muted, I promise.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, Teddy with a 5P wall break. Looking confident. Let's see. Ooh, anti-airs with the handy step follow-up. Again, counter hit. Let's see what if you can get off this. Yeah, immediate pop bunker for the combo. Alright, back to neutral. Nap him just right back in. Oh, and pop bunker means no burst from Doof. That's smart.
Sorry about that. I think it's just it's a little funk when I share the screen, so I'll share it for now, but oh, wait. We might be seeing a character swap. Oh, okay, okay. Teddy's letting you into the ring.
Oh, okay. Let me boot up again.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's for some reason I just hit a little bit of chug, and I don't know. I think I must be having some kind of little issue with the motherboard, and the best solution right now is probably to just get someone in game to watch on the console. So there's gonna just a little bit of a delay getting back to commentary, but I appreciate you accommodating all the same.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I got this machine like the tail end of 2019, and I think I must there must be like a little just a tiniest generation gap that causes it to, if too much resources happening, it's just a little chuggy, and I can stream just fine, and I can broadcast just fine, but if there's just a little too much, sometimes it just hitches, and it's not the best viewing experience, but you know, you make do with it. So I appreciate you accommodating getting in the ring. Do you need the code?
I got it.
Groovy. Incidentally, for everybody who has been entering, I'm pretty sure all but one of the room entry codes I've used have been cheeky nods and references to various things. Like one of them was a numpad input for a pretzel input at one point. So keep an eye out for coded messages that ultimately mean absolutely nothing and are relevant to absolutely nothing going forward. Alright, appreciate your patience, everybody. We are back in the ring for Losers Finals. Teddy up 2.
Did the connection drop? Connection drop for you too?
Not yet. No, it's in for me. Oh no, am I gonna have to give you the play-by-play again?
The universe has decided that you will solo commentate.
Good check on the dandy step with a little 2K from Doof. Flying pressure. This is the big full screen that Doof wants. Checks the air dash with a throw. Teddy opting not to spend first, gets put through the wall. Has meter to work with. And spends it. Doof also has meter though, uses it to escape the corner. That's super, just a minor inconvenience. Would have burst. 5p to check. Oh, cross-ups. Scoop. Universe. Doof out of danger, but in the corner with about 30% left. Quickly reduced to 0. Cross-up with the Master's Hammer. Doof zoning. Bold burst from Teddy. Mappa to get in. RPS works out in his favor, but Doof does manage to get quick confirm into putting Teddy in the corner. Last Horizon is on deck, so we could see something cheeky. Doof doesn't let it happen, though. Teddy taking the shortest of breathers before getting back in the ring.
Alright, let's see. I'm back. I'm not back. Connection lost.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. After this, I'll do the screen share, see if that gets it working.
I'll probably get that. I'll let Teddy going in, unless Teddy loses, in which case. I guess Teddy's not winning, so never mind.
Yeah, Teddy's up, so the chance is there.
So that's me using my commentator's curse to guarantee Teddy to win.
Well, there is a cross-up on the Master's Hammer, so Teddy is taking not quite a life lead, but starting to pile on the pressure. Oh, big bait on the YRC. Teddy opts to just chill so he can throw out. Oh my gosh! I knew it could kill at that distance, I just didn't think it would.
You know, let's say there's a will, there's a way.
When there's 15 meter, there's 50%. Nice little check on the 2S. Ooh. 5H connects, but doesn't manage to convert. We do see a Transylvanian reset with super wall break. Oh my gosh. Old reliable. 2H. Closing it out.
The button of the gods.
Button of the gods. Okay, you want to keep on commentating or you want to let Teddy take over? It's up to you.
Teddy, wait, did Teddy lose?
No, Teddy won. Never mind. I'm saying foolish things. I've just got so much going on right now. I gotta reset the...
We can press Doof into it. We can, like, you know, conscript them.
Oh, I think it's fine. I'll screen share. It should be fine.
Alright. What I'll do is that if it drops again, I'm probably gonna... Oh, it's showing me so bad that I don't screen. Oh no. Yeah.
It dropped?
Drops.
Okay, I'll just screen share. Alright, you laying eyes on everything that's happening?
Yes. Apologies for my technical difficulties.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Honestly, like, I feel like ultimately it's a bit of an issue on my end. Like I said, my motherboard is just probably caught at the tail end of the gen, and there's a little bit of a discrepancy in how much I should be having when I run this, so that's probably what's happening. But at this time, we are in Grand Finals. Things won't be too scuffed when we get in. Oh, it's a little scuffed when we get in.
Okay, well...
Yeah, unfortunately, I think... At this point, I just think it's an issue with me.
Well, you know, the snap cut is pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's like this is what about Dota looks like to old ones, right?
This is what
it looks like.
This is what Exarch did back when things ran really scuffed. So I'm surprised Strive is doing it. It's an exciting grand finals we have on everybody.
What we need next are Subway Surfers in the background, right? Like underneath it.
And an episode of Family Guy.
Yeah. No, it's Fat Cat Teddy is like the name of the Jekyll Family Cat character.
Okay, there we go. So I do think it's surprising that Teddy swapped the soul. I know he's kind of a revolving door of character choices. He's got a soul, he's got a Goldus, he's got a... almost everything.
I know.
Oh yes, you are experienced. So I wonder what the mentality for picking soul is.
The mentality is that looks like they're up a game.
That it worked.
Looks like it's working.
I see. It's a little disheartening. I thought I had this issue fixed. I just...
Yeah, if it comes to it, I can drop out and you can just do grand finals in your own.
I think if,
So I'm not, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming by all the same.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, it's always great to see you in person and playing in Weebcup.
Yeah.
Probably get a little scuffed. Yeah. It is pretty funny to see, like, turbo wild throw happen, though.
Alright, well, I'll dip out and have a good time if you're watching.
I appreciate it. Take care. Back to solo commentary. Good to see things have caught up. It's just unfortunate that little technical issues on my side caused issues with streaming experience, but at the end of the day, you're here to have a good time, and I've got my good time hat on. We're seeing Rain... Ooh! Get low profile. Push to the corner. Good scoop. Good awareness. Not letting the same play happen twice. That he's bursting for... Nah. Damn it. I can't believe that worked. But quick little cross through to keep Johnny safe, and that gets Rain the first point on the board. The first of 3 steps to tournament point. Will the revolving door open? It's taken more than a second to get back in the game, so potentially... Nope, sticking with Soul. Eddie not quite having the spacing to deal with Rain at round start, but I'm seeing plenty of low. Quite sure what's going on. Now suspend burst. Fights their way out of the corner successfully. But he uses burst to take it back. Let's use ooh. Ooh. Nah, sorry, I don't think it quite works like that. This finder's disjointed, it's not that disjointed. And he just swoosing right into under things. Nice DP. Not quite managed to pick up after jumping that throw. But he did have meter spend. I wonder if Rain intentionally ran things at that pace to deal with that. Maybe an improved counter hit on Misfiner, allowing Rain to take the corner and leads into this nice little wall break. Huge chunk taken out of Teddy. Fafnir finds no purchase, 2S goes under it. He fights back with their own low profile. Rain takes match 2. He had the early notch on the belt, but now Rain one step away from a Weebcup crown. Eddie gonna dig deep, find a different character to play with. Will they stick with old reliable? Oh, really? Never seen Teddy play Asuka before. Let's see if that was a okay, it was a mispick. We Slayer Gaming. This is the character that has won Teddy a lot of W's this bracket. Unfortunately, no, I do not have a cube command. I'll see what I could do in the future.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Now, Rain mentioned earlier they were very scared at the idea of scooping Master's Hammer, and we see there why. And this time, throw, counter hit. I wasn't even paying attention to Rain's life. That is so little to work with. And with 200 meter on deck for Teddy to work with. And the simplest of confirms like that with a little bit of Roman cancel magic allows them to take a round. But Rain's spacing is key. Rain's spacing is maybe their best attribute. Scoop. Eddie not close enough to get the tap dust overhead they've been reliant on with Universe on deck. Getting down to about 10% life. Eddie with meter. Just goes for the quick low to break Rain's shins as we move into match 5 of this potentially first half of Winners Finals. Will we see a second half? Will Rain cut Teddy's tournament dreams short? Will we see a funny Last Horizons? All questions that need to be considered at this juncture in time for Weebcup Grand Finals. Let's rock. Rain showing immense patience. Teddy does not quite get the corner and manages to take an absolute chunk out of Rain. Use of Faultless. Good check. Yes, when you block 2H from that distance, you can check all of the dandy follow-ups except Pile Bunker, which is kind of a big risk now that I think about it. Rain out of the corner, but at the cost of burst. Eddie is playing the RPS game quite well. Manages to crank risk. Just a quick check on Vault. Eddie's been very good about that throughout the whole bracket this evening, I think. I think Johnny's movement is key here. It's allowing Rain to bob and weave outside of 2H's range, and also get them the ground they need to punish. Right on the table, secures the wall break. Teddy has 2 sticks of butter to work with. Please pardon our dust. You might see the funny super. You might see a burst. Now Teddy... I thought we might see a burst. Double Luigi situation here. That's the range you gotta be careful RPSing after Mappa with. Eddie does about 70 with just that one interaction. Look at his patience. Just 2 older gentlemen having a seat, taking a load off. Load taken off here. Not dead. Never mind. I wasn't going anywhere with that. Okay, we got a scoop. We got a scoop. I like the patience there. Teddy could have easily hit Super Mappa and just killed Rain on the spot. Speaking of killing on the spot, that is a Grand Finals reset. Deep breaths, everybody. There is a second half. Is ready to go back in. Hold up a second.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Heaven or hell?
I guess there's nothing in the rules that says you can't reset on, can't change on a win, so... Just this once, but I'll modify the rules in the future. As long as Rain's fine with it. Apologies for being quiet there. I'm just kind of taking in as we move into this new set. Eddie is down on life. 2 cards in the hand. I've never commentated Asuka before, so it's going to be a bit interesting. You see some pretty good cards to work with, but I think the range that Rain is playing at is going to kind of make it difficult to just throw them out willy-nilly. Except for the mix-up cards, like that low. Out of mana. Quick little J. Closes things out. We see any kind of switch, or the deal been struck? Okay, yeah, we see a Slayer. Here, I was pulling up the cheat sheet for all the cards and whatnot to deal with, but there's only one character with cards I can keep track of at once, it seems.
Duel 1. Let's rock!
Eddie in the corner, but Rain's excellent spacing and keep them out of 2H range. Ooh. Choosing not to shoot the J.
Positive bonus.
Gotta be patient. Slayer has Super on deck. But Rain has 200 meter. You gotta be careful of reversal. There's one thing I learned playing against Danny the other day. It's that if no matter what skill level a player is, if they have 200 meter on deck, there's no reason they shouldn't just send it. Most of the time. Bite. Ooh. Big counter hit on Mappa. Super Mappa to break the wall. Let that hard knockdown. Rain has 100. What can they do with it? They can go over. Rain wants to close this out. Wow, that was a great close slash. Playing patient. I think Rain is... Oh, no, they weren't. I thought they were just standing still. But he had 200 meter. No reason they shouldn't just send it. Just run up scoop. H with nothing to follow up after blocking it. Whew. Dealing with Master's Hammer is kind of a scary prospect if you're not dealing with it up front. It recovers so quickly. Back to the room. Rain has been sticking pretty consistently with Johnny. Honestly, I don't even have to say this whole bracket. I want to say the past couple of Weebcups. I know they have a Kai they sometimes pull out of the back pocket. I don't see any reason why they would now. I know Slayer generally has trouble dealing with projectiles. But I guess that's one thing to consider. Grand Finals reset. Two dandy gentlemen staring each other down. Two excellent competitors piloting them. Spacing to avoid 2H good because clipped by Mappa. Hey, MCNA, what's good? I got a gift for you. Meanwhile, back on screen, Teddy grabs the blue burst, applies pressure, and I think this is... It's gonna be close if it's not death. We've had a few instances where it hasn't killed throughout the night, so... Moving to round 2. Eddie is big chillin'. Challenges after vault, but maybe for the first time this whole match doesn't manage to find purchase after the challenge. It is an RPS situation. Bane is chipping away, managed to get the TK Mistfinder to take a life lead, but not a wall break. Teddy spends burst. Not have a resource to break the wall from that distance. Now does. Ooh, drop. Just a little Mistfinder to wrap things up. Quite get the punish, but is spaced out from the dandy step. Eddie won't get wall pressure. Rain just manages to escape. Rain really needs to find some way to deal with Master's Hammer. Dandy in general. Otherwise, Teddy is just going to continue chipping. Ranking risk. Oh no, counter hit pile bunker. Eddie, 2-1. So we move into fourth and potentially final match of Grand Finals. I'm gonna take a big sippy. And mull over who will adjust in what way. What can Rain do to start turning things around? I think tactically checking 2H into Dandy Step might be a good thing. I also mentioned earlier, big disjointed hitboxes in neutral to ward off the threat of Mappa might be good. Good spacing, as usual. Keep playing around that spacing. Don't quite think this will kill. It's gonna get darn close. No, it's gonna kill. Backswing blow and Mappa can, or rather Dandy Step can make things a bit more Jeez! Look how much that did just off a counter hit. Close slash. Not even the biggest combo, just... Oh no. This is a point where I'm genuinely not sure if it will or not. I don't think it will. All credibility lost. Okay. Green has burst. No universe on deck for Teddy. Oh my gosh. You gotta be breathing a sigh of relief after not getting clipped by universe, but... Oh, the spacing for the 2 hits! Okay, Rain desperately getting gold first. The anti-air close slash. Closes it out. Eddie, 3 games, is your Weebcup 170 champion. And I want everybody in chat to just post a little 2H. It refreshes every 10 seconds, so you can just put a wall down there once it gets refreshed. Good show from everybody who came through. We had some very exciting matches all throughout the bracket, and I appreciate everybody's patience in dealing with the minor tech issues throughout the night. There we go. We had a whole lot of gamers come through. It's always a pleasure to see you all. It's always a pleasure to stream Weebcup every Tuesday. And it's definitely a lot of things going on around the whole running of Weebcup, but it's a fun time, and I'd love to keep doing this. Big round of applause to Teddy for coming in first. Big round of applause to Rain for taking it all the way. 2nd place. Not quite getting the crown, but still making good, strong, consistent showing for themselves. Always managing to be a powerful contender every time they show up. And that's gonna do it. I am going to close the stream in just a moment. I'm gonna find someone to raid real fast if y'all wanna stick around for somebody. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm willing to listen. Otherwise, I'm just gonna check what's here. I'm not quite sure who's on. Any suggestions for anybody to raid, or... Here we go. Let's see. Oh, I know. We got, Bracket About Nothing. Give me just a second here. Yeah, they're, homies who have a few people who come to the monthlies every now and then. So I'm gonna send you over to them. Thanks again for swinging by. We have Tekken tomorrow and Street Fighter on Sundays. So if you want to swing on by, you're welcome to. In the meantime, starting the raid. See y'all when I see y'all. Thanks for coming through. Look forward to the next time. Take care, everybody.